everyone, WildeThang here and welcome to another Destiny video. So in this one we have the weekly reset. It's the 30th of May and I'm going to be starting off with the Crucible quartermaster. So I want to show you straight away the Palindrome because that's what everyone wants to know what the role is. So this is a good role. It's not the role that everyone's looking for because everyone wants rangefinder now just to compensate for that 3-meter nerf that we had on hand cannons, but this is still a good role. It's got luck in the chamber, rifled barrel, Icarus, it's also got hot swap and explosive rounds if you want that as well. It's got true sight, fast draw and quick draw, so that's a really good role if you don't mind not having rangefinder on it. Obviously you're going to have luck in the chamber, so one random bullet in the magazine causes considerable bonus damage. So that is the Palindrome this week. So next up we're going to check out the party favourite. It looks like it could be potentially a good role. It's got a head seeker, hand laid stock so it increases the stability. It's also got feather mag, secret round and partial refund. The scopes are reflex, quick draw and OEG. Now obviously it's not the best role, but if you've not used this pulse rifle before, this may be one to pick up if you've got marks burning in your pocket. The only one I don't really like is secret round because if you're going to miss a shot you're bound to miss the fourth one. There's literally no point in having this perk. So maybe partial refund would be a better option in that tree there. So the hand laid stock does reduce the range, but it does increase stability quite a lot. So you've got to obviously make sure that you're pretty close to your targets, otherwise you're going to get picked off with a scout rifle. And head seeker is pretty good if you can't, wow, I'd say if you can't hit headshots, but then nowadays you want to be aiming for the chest anyway, because the amount of flinch from hand cannons is ridiculous. So you want to be aiming for the chest and then hitting the head. So that could be a pretty good role. Okay, so we're going to have a look at new Monarchy now. They don't usually have any good weapons. They're not the ones that you usually see in the Crucible anyway. Let's just take a quick brief look. Yeah, free will's pretty bad. Let's have a look at the assembly. It's got rangefinder, perfect balance. I still don't think that's enough stability on a gun like this because the rate of fire is just maxed out. It's like the Doctrine. Let's take a look. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Sniper rifle. No, it's got quick draw. Small wolf firefly could be fun. Long view. The views are poop. Okay, well the good thing with new Monarchy this week though, it does have a 100% ghost. So this ghost here is 100%. So if you need intellect and strength to max out your build, then grab this ghost if you haven't got one already. That is 100%. Alright, let's take a look at the Vanguard quartermaster. Okay, let's see what we have here. So Pantheon shot is a really good pulse rifle if you can get the good roll on it. So it's got head seeker, it's got perfect balance, feather mag, outlaw and feeding frenzy. It's also got red dot, sure shot, so that increases the target acquisition, and OEG rifle scope. Now obviously it's not as good as last week's one, which is unfortunate, but if you prefer head seeker, then that might be a good one. Obviously it's got perfect balance as well, which increases the stability, so it might be a good one. With the outlaw as well, makes the reload speed really quick. So that is the Pantheon shot this week. Let's check out the Continental. That's quite a fun little auto rifle. I really like using it in the Crucible at the moment. So it's got brace frame, it's got third eye, rodeo and eye of the storm, reflex, quick draw and OEG. That could potentially be a good role because obviously third eye is useful if you like to keep aiming down your sights. It's also got brace frame, but that does reduce the magazine size, but it does pretty much max out the stability, and rodeo also helps with the stability as well. Eye of the storm, yeah, it can be useful because it helps give more accuracy to the weapon when your health is low, so it could potentially be good. So if you've not tried out the Continental before and you've got nothing else to buy this week, then I do recommend getting that one because like I said, it is a very fun little auto rifle to use in the Crucible, and it actually feels like year one when I'm using my one. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially when you're going up against hand cannons because you just throw their aim all over the place. So let's take a look at the Teacup Tempest. I know a few people quite like this little sidearm. It's got a hot swap, fitted stock, high caliber rounds, mulligan and feeding frenzy. It also has Truesight, Fast Draw and Quick Draw. So that is the Teacup this week. Let's take a look at the Angel's Advocate, because I got a really good roll on this one and I use it in PvE, so let's just check this one out. So it's got a third eye, brace frame, so it increases the stability a hell of a lot. It's also got life support, so kills with this weapon while critically wounded have a chance to start regenerating health, so that would be really good in PvE. You've also got mulligan and high caliber rounds, so that does look like a potentially good little scout rifle for the old PvE side of the game. So moving on to Dead Orbit this week, let's take a look at what they are selling. The Extremophile is another good auto rifle to play around with in the Crucible. You've got Hidden Hand, Small Bore, Crowd Control, Flared Magwell and Quick Draw, MD, Reflex, Sure Shot and OEG. Now obviously this isn't a good roll, it's by far a god roll, but this may be something that you want to play around in the Crucible, but I would recommend waiting until they've got braced frame here possibly, or something that increases the stability a little bit more, maybe perfect balance, something like that. Moving on to the last ditch shotgun. I know some people still like using this, so it's got crowd control, perfect balance, knee pads, extended mag and hip fire. So it's got smooth ballistics, accurized ballistics and soft ballistics. So if that's a shotgun that you like using, that might be a good roll for yourself. Maybe not, I don't know. What else do we like over here? So we have Bitter Edge as well. It's got a Hidden Hand, Hammer Forge, Triple Tap, Explosive Rounds and Quick Draw, and the sights are Hawkeye, Ambush and Taxes. So if you like the Ambush scope or any of these scopes, this might be a fun little sniper to use in PvE or PvP, depends on what you like playing in the game. And the rocket launcher this week is Void Burn, and it has tracking, it has javelin, tripod, field scout and quick draw. It also has confined launch, linear compensator and hard launch. So if that's a rocket that you've been looking into, then possibly grab that one, maybe for PvE. I wouldn't use it in PvP, but then I run around with a sword, so I can't really talk. So last but not least, we have Future Wolcott. Now these guys usually have the good weapons, so let's take a look. So the Whale has a Firefly, Hammer Forged, Explosive Rounds and Quick Draw. It also has Triple Tap, Steady Hand, Sure Shot and Quick Draw. Now I've still not got a good roll for this hand cannon, and yet again this week's pretty poop, but it does have Hammer Forged, I suppose, but I don't think I would be using any of these other perks. I mean, Firefly is amazing and Explosive Rounds can throw off people's aims, but yeah, I don't know. I might grab this one, I don't know, we'll see. So this week for the Waltz, it's got Glass Half Full, Perfect Balance, Outlaw, High Caliber Rounds and Quick Draw. It also has Reflex, Quick Draw and OEG. So if that's one that you've not played around with, try that one out. Although I never really get to use Glass Half Full because I always reload before half the magazine is done. So this one seems to be a wasted perk on me. It might be useful for you guys. Moving on, we've got everyone's favourite sidearm still. Everyone's still running around with this thing. So we have Reactive Reload, Fitted Stock, Cascade, Armour Piercing Rounds and Quick Draw. We also have True Sight, Fast Draw and Quick Draw. So if you've not got a Wormwood yet and you're fed up with getting killed by one, then I would recommend picking this one up. So that is it for this week, guys. I've not really seen any other weapons to point out. If you haven't already, then do go pick up some of the weapons that I mentioned if you've not played around with them. But that is it for this week's reset. I hope you have an awesome day and I will see you in the next one.